This is Sideways on the Edge with Castro.
Macau, a bustling city that's a whole lot bigger than its 27 square kilometer area. You can call it a little Las Vegas for the throng of spectacular top-notch casinos that light up its nights. Its rich culture, awesome food, and its annual motorsports festival that's awaited by the entire world, the Macau Grand Prix. Every year, Macau city streets are converted into an actual racetrack, as it has been for decades, bringing in hundreds of thousands of avid fans and drivers alike from all over the globe. It's hard to discern which of its races from various classes are the Grand Prix' main highlights, but Formula BMW is certainly one of them.
With me right now is the team owner of Team Eurasia Motorsport, Mr. Mark Goddard. How are you doing, sir?
Fine. We're just about to go out for qualifying now, which is always a very nerve-wracking time. If we get all four cars back in one piece, I'll be very happy.
What are the status of the cars right now? So far, so good.
Practice went very well, so hopefully we can carry that forward into qualifying, and if we can be on the first 2-3 rows, you've got a really good chance here in Macau of winning. To get on the podium, you've got to finish, obviously. So it's the easiest track to go off. If you lose concentration for just 1 millisecond, then you hit the wall.
Can you give me a lineup of our drivers today?
Okay, well, we have Axcil Jefferies, who's actually finished third in the championship. He's from Zimbabwe. Chris Wotton, who's from Australia. I think he's sixth in the championship at the moment, but could come fourth if he gets a good result in the race. James Cole, who's the reigning British Formula Ford champion. And our fourth driver is Paul Lau, who's a Hong Kong Chinese, quite famous driver. He's just doing it for fun.
Fantastic. Looks like we have the United Nations for the Team Eurasia Motorsport, but we got a very tight team.
Yep. I mean, we're a Philippine-based team, you know, so it's a Filipino team. We have English, we have African, we have Australian. We've almost got all the continents of the world here.
Fantastic. Not to mention you're using Castrol Edge, which is like basically the best oil that you could use.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we won the Asian Formula 3 Championship using Castrol. We use it in the Formula BMWs all the time. It's the best oil.
All right. Well, the best of luck for this race, and we're going to find out the results later on. Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
Creeping from Nasser, but away we go. Buller gets away well. Nasser was creeping. Let's hope he's not penalised. Pla got away well. Everybody cleanly through. Reservoir turn and down now for the first time towards the Mandarin corner.
Yeah, Philippe Nasser, he moved his car quite a lot on the grid, so I think he might get a penalty because it was quite evident.
Well, especially if he takes the lead. He's side by side as they go through the Mandarin corner. Oh no! One of the Holzer men goes straight into that's carnage. Oh, I do not like to see that at all. That was a massive shot.
Racing at the Dia circuit of the Macau Grand Prix is like throwing a pair of dice on a table at a grand casino. You never really know if your strong bet will turn out a winner or otherwise. Despite the encouraging results from the previous day's qualifying race, Team Eurasia Motorsport, along with the several other teams competing in Formula BMW Pacific, got the ultimate shock of their race weekend. On the very first lap out of 8, one driver, probably overcome by adrenaline and a lack of better judgment at this early stage of the race, went full-on into the Mandarin Bend even before their tires had started to properly warm up and overshot his turn, slamming with full force straight into the barriers. A massive pileup ensued, involving 17 out of the record 23 entrants, to the utter surprise and dismay of their team members and thousands of excited spectators. Only 8 finished. Luckily, Axcil Jefferies of Eurasia Motorsport finished 5th overall, despite a punctured tire, and on his debut race nonetheless. Team owner Mark Goddard elaborates on the incident.
we were very hopeful we'd have a very good result, but unfortunately because of the first lap accident, which completely destroyed Chris's car, Axcil was very lucky because he was hit by some debris. It broke the front left wheel rim, but the tyre didn't go down, so obviously he had slow puncture, which affected his speed in the race, but no, it was his lucky day then. And Paul Lau got caught up in the accident as well, as did James Cole. So obviously it's a street track, and that's the fastest, where it happened, Mandarin is the fastest corner in the world almost. But even these cars, it's a 220 km/h corner. Cold tyres, one guy tried to go in flat out without lifting from the wrong side of the road, hit Chris, which then put both of them in the wall, and of course they're bouncing across the road with tyres and gearboxes going everywhere, and everyone else got involved. So it was one of the more spectacular accidents we'll probably see, but fortunately no one's seriously injured.
Despite all the practice, all the preparations, all the technical preparedness, still some factors rely on the roll of the dice, and that's motorsports for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they say Macau's one big casino anyway,
Well put.
Yeah, no, we rolled the dice, but the numbers came out wrong today. So, I mean, last year, we started, I think, 7th on the grid and got on the podium, so it went well for us last year. This year it hasn't, so come back again next year.
And that brings to the fore exactly the value of these friends who are supporting us to keep us going in this motorsport.
Yeah, exactly. We rely on our supporters and sponsors. Castrol has sponsored the team for many, many years. They have a great motorsport heritage. Obviously, it's the best oil you can buy. So we really value the support of guys like Castrol and BMW as well. And they're helping us to produce the Formula One stars of tomorrow. And I can guarantee that at least 2 drivers on the grid today will be in Formula One from Formula BMW.
How young are you?
Well, I'm 15. I'm the youngest in Formula BMW. My first year in single-seaters, but I've been racing for 10 years. And yeah, it's been a long time.
It's 5.
Since I was 5 years old. But I mean, it's been great so far. We've won quite a few championships in South Africa, Zimbabwe, in Europe. We won lots of races. So I mean, we've showed class, but it's still a big learning curve in the single-seaters. So
what can you say about Team Eurasia Motorsport?
I think they're a fantastic team. I've learned so much from them this year. I'm really grateful to the guys. The mechanics have worked really hard this year. I mean, they've stayed up late a few nights getting the car ready, but I mean, they've done a fantastic job. Big thanks to them, and it's been a great year.
This is Renee. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi, everyone.
Good to see you again here at the Macau Grand Prix.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to be here also.
You definitely are an aspiring motorsports driver as well, and you've driven other classes, and eventually I think you're going to end up in Formula BMW as well. Is that right?
I'm really working hard on that, and that's my goal right now. Hopefully next year I can race either Renault or BMW.
That's got to be like a deadly combination, being in modeling and a little bit of show business. I know you came out in a movie in China, and at the same time you're coupling it with motorsports.
I'm just basically really interested in learning a little bit of everything. Motorsports is fun, and you also need to learn, so it's a combination of 2 things I like to do.
You've also spent most of your life in China, so I understand that you should be able to speak Mandarin pretty fluently.
Yeah.
Would you like to say hi to your new fans in the Philippines?
大家好，我叫罗云妮，我希望你们今天过得很开心。我今天也看这个比赛真的是很好，我希望你们都过的日子都很好。
Wow.
This has been Sideways on the Edge with Castrol.